Hello there, my pretties. It's the Lion Queen here, and yeah, since we only got a little bit of 2022 left, yeah, we're going to be hitting New Year's Eve soon, and we're soon going to be hitting 2023. Yeah, I'm pretty awesome. So we're hoping that 2023 is going to be a much better year. Like, well, at least for me anyway, but who knows? I mean, everybody's year, well, like 2022 was different. Some were bad, some were good, some were decent, some were not so amazing, etc., etc. So, I am going to be reviewing a bad movie that I have not done a bad movie review in like a long time in Shadows and Pretties. Like, I have reviewed a few bad movies on Shadows and Pretties, these channel. I have. But I decided to go out of my way and find a different movie that I thought I could rip to shreds and tear it in a brand new goddamn new one. So, anyways, we are going to be looking at this 2003 or 2004 horror movie called S.I.C.K, aka Serial Insane Clown Killer. I have heard of this movie before, and it is not a good movie. I actually have seen people basically review the movie, and they said it's garbage and that, so I wouldn't have any doubt that that would be the case on this movie. And I kind of remember seeing it at one point, I just can't remember. Although, I do remember for the movie's also known as Grim Weekend. This movie, I could definitely say, there is a lot of things wrong with this movie. And this movie had a lot of negative reviews. Like, a lot of people say it's garbage, it's horrible, it's not good. Basically, about this movie, for some of you guys who are wondering, this is pretty much one of the cheap horror films that I've ever seen. Like, it's just, the things about it is just really weird. I mean, basically this plot of the story is about a couple of friends go to like a cabin in the woods for a weekend. However, they get chased by a killer clown who is in the woods trying to kill them. That's basically what the plot of this movie really is. And oh my goodness, I mean, I like a lot of clown movies like It. Like the miniseries It was pretty good by Stephen King. And even the 2017 and 19 remake of It, that one was awesome. Those two were amazing movies because they were based on this book by Stephen King. What the hell is this movie? I don't understand it. I really don't. This honestly has me a lot of things wrong with this movie. And I mean, I did see it a long time ago. I believe I was in high school or something. I can't remember. But yeah, this one, there definitely is just not really good storytelling or anything like that. There was this one scene I do know that they have, dolls in the fridge and there's like doll heads in there. I mean, really? That's the most cheapest thing you could ever do in a horror movie? Like, why can't you put something even scarier? Like, maybe a real person's head. Not use doll heads. I seriously am glad I'm tearing this new movie into a brand new one. This one was definitely one of the worst horror movies I've ever seen. I've seen some other pretty garbage ones, but this one's definitely one of them. And when I did see this a long time ago, the cast of it was okay. I mean, there were some great, I guess there was some, this movie could have been, something decent or something, but it failed horribly. That's honestly, the only thing I can really say is that it's just not a good movie. I personally don't understand this. Like, what is it with this movie with cheap jump scares, and it just doesn't really make any sense. I mean, this movie could have been decent. It could have had a decent plot line, and it would have been a pretty awesome movie for what it is. But Unfortunately, this movie went down the hill. And that's the unfortunate part of this movie. This movie is just... I'm just ranting a little bit because most of it because this movie kind of sucked. Movie sucks ass. It literally does. I mean, I thought that there might have been something about this movie that could have had a decent plot line or at least something good to this movie. I was hoping there might have been something, interesting, but unfortunately there isn't. There is a sequel to S.I.C.K called Mr. Jingles, aka To Sick. So, I'm gonna definitely say I will be reviewing To Sick, aka Mr. Jingles. I did review it back in 2020, but I'll do like a more proper review for Shadows and Pretties sometime in the future. This story on it, the storyline of it is just not that great. I mean, I thought it was gonna be decent or cool, but it just failed. Like, this is basically Texas Chainsaw Massacre is nothing to laugh at. And that was what the saying is, and that's pretty much what this movie is. It's just a dumpster fire. Oh my god. I mean, I've seen some pretty bad movies too, but this is definitely one of them. I'm not even joking. I think there is the full movie of it you can watch on, YouTube, and if you guys want to watch on YouTube, you can. And I'm not going to stop you if you do, because I'm not saying you have to watch it, but if you want to watch it to see how bad it is, well, you could be my guest and come back and say, you're right, this movie's garbage. It's utterly garbage. The acting was okay. I'm willing to give a benefit of the doubt that the acting was okay, but that's just it. There's nothing good about this movie. I mean, there was like one scene where the axe was about to come down on the woman, and then it cuts to another scene, and then we go to the next scene where the woman was supposed to get the axe on her. She was unharmed. Like, what the actual hell? I was expecting her to be dead or something. But why did it have to go there and just say, we're not going to kill her off right then when that happens. Let's go to the next scene and then come back. Like, make up your goddamn mind. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is just a horrible movie. I am never watching this movie again. Maybe if I was paid, but I am never touching this piece of garbage again. I'm ever pretty much just throw it in a garbage can, or even, it can even drown in Wacko Warner's diarrhea. That's just how bad this story is. It's utterly garbage. I mean, you could go watch it yourself, and it's garbage. This movie is utterly garbage. I mean, I like clown movies like the miniseries, and the 2017 and 19 remake of it. And I also do like some other good horror movies, but this one is just, it's just bad. That's the only thing I can describe it, is that it's just bad. I would go out for the whole plot of the movie, but I have not seen this movie in like a long time, but I'm just doing it from when I saw the trailer again. I'm like, the trailer, it's one of those movies that kind of makes you think that it's going to be a good movie, but then it turns out that you've been shat on. And that's exactly what this movie did. I thought it was going to be like maybe just a decent movie, maybe just a repetitive plot line or something. But it turns out it shat on me, and it's just a really bad story. I'm not even joking when I say this. It was just bad. It's just a really bad storyline. I mean, what is it with these horror movies going over and doing some cheap, random knockoff plot lines and then just sit there and try to make something good? I mean, this is like almost a 20-year-old movie, and I'm surprised that not a lot of people have reviewed this. I mean, I did see it on one channel that someone did, and he said it sucked, but I can't remember his name, but I think he goes by Travis. I'm not really too sure what his username is, but I have watched him, back, I think, in 2012 or 13, and yeah, he was a pretty awesome guy. I haven't watched him in a while, though. But the fact that the producer of the movie, film producer, Bob Willems, I mean, I can understand he was trying to come up with something new, and he did direct some other movies, but this movie it sucked. It utterly sucked. Nothing really was good about it. The acting was okay, I'm willing to give it that, but it was garbage. Utterly garbage. There's nothing good about this movie. There's not a single thing that could have been good about this movie. It's just about a couple of friends getting chased by a killer clown in the woods. That's it. There's nothing more about it. I mean, I have no doubt that a lot of people really dislike this movie, and I mean, here's the thing, and what I'm going to say this right now is that this one would have been something. It could have been decent, but it didn't. It just failed miserably. But here's the thing. There were too many NSFW scenes from what I've seen, and it was just not a good movie. This is definitely one of those movies that is definitely not really good. I don't understand why anybody would make this movie. Or, I mean, here's the thing. This movie is just garbage. I don't recommend watching it. And I don't recommend losing any brain cells watching this or trying to get through it. Why did I frickin' do that? Well, it's because I'm a strong woman and I can handle. I've seen more stuff scarier than this movie. I've seen, people getting killed in, It. And I've seen people getting killed in other classic horror movies. But this one's just a cheap knockoff of a horror film. I mean, it kind of reminds me a little bit of a 1980s feel. But if this was released in 1980 or something, at least they would have had a better opportunity to make a good, decent plot line. Or they could have had a better plot or at least a better concept than this cheap garbage. Well, that's my ranting for the day, so yeah. Well, I'm probably going to be getting my brain fixed after this because this one was just, oh God. This one was just horrible. I could definitely say right now that if anyone has seen this movie, they will agree with me that it is garbage. No shit, it is garbage. Don't ever watch this movie, guys. Please, for the love of God, don't ever watch this movie if you're into horror, because I can guarantee you now, the story of the plot line of this movie and all that sucks. You guys will pretty much don't like it. I wouldn't be surprised if you click away while in the middle of watching it, because I don't blame you, because of how terrible this movie is. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna go get my brain fixed now, since my brain has gone through enough torture as it is. So anyways, I'm going to say right now before I wrap up, this is simply my own personal opinion on this movie. If you disagree with me, that's fine too. If you like this movie, that's fine. I respect your opinion. As long as you respect my opinion that I don't like this movie, then we should be fine. I'm giving this movie a 0 out of 10. It's not a good movie. The acting was okay, but that's just it. Nothing else about it was remotely good. So anyways, what do you guys personally think of this movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Most likely you guys are going to say you did not enjoy this movie, which I don't blame you guys for it. And also, what would you have done personally to help make this movie a lot better? If I was a director, I'd make it into a decent horror film, or at least a better one than this crap. It's just bad. So yeah, and leave me your thoughts on the comments below on what would you do to make this movie a lot better. I'm the Lion Queen. I want to thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you're new to my channel, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And again, I will review Mr. Jingles or S.I.C.K sometime in the next episode or whatever, because I don't know entirely when I'll get to it. but I will get to it sometime in the future. So anyways, yeah, I'm the Lion Queen. If you're new to my channel, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications when I upload. And I'm going to head out now, guys. I'm going to go and get my brain fixed. So I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Peace out and bye for now.